A good driver will compensate for all the vehicle design and performance issues and all the road design issues at all times, under all circumstances. This brings us to the third area that affects the potential for rollover accidents: the driver. A driver cannot change the design of their rig or change the conditions of the road. However, the driver does have complete control over his or her actions. Unsafe driver behaviors may include speeding, reckless operation, complacency, fatigue, driving under the influence, physical and mental conditions. Exceeding a speed limit for the vehicle and the road conditions is a major factor in most rollover accidents. Remember, speed limits are set for small vehicles operating in good weather during daylight hours. Adjust your speed accordingly to accommodate the type of unit you are driving, especially at night and during bad weather. Reckless operation. Operating a vehicle in a manner that could endanger the public can lead to a rollover accident. Tailgating, road rage, and a failure to plan in advance may result in sudden, radical lane changes that can cause your unit to roll. One of the most dangerous driver behaviors is complacency. A good, reliable driver will remain alert at all times. An inexperienced driver may suffer from a false sense of security, unaware of the risks involved in operating this type of equipment. Inexperienced drivers need frequent reminders and extra supervision to ensure safe performance when behind the wheel. It only takes a second, adjusting the radio, answering a cell phone, or reaching for a drink. These simple things can distract the driver. That little bit of inattention is enough to slide off the side of the road or miss the beginning of a curve, possibly just enough to cause a rollover. Driver fatigue can certainly result in a rollover. Perhaps it's failing to get adequate rest during your time off. Perhaps it's working excessive hours or difficulty in adjusting to rotating shifts. Perhaps it's a medical condition such as sleep apnea, where the inability to have uninterrupted sleep leads to daytime fatigue and sleepiness. There are many warning signs of fatigue while driving. You may have difficulty focusing and experience frequent yawning, blinking, heavy eyelids, or head bobbing. You may have trouble remembering the last few miles you've driven or missed an exit or traffic sign. Perhaps you find yourself drifting from your lane, tailgating, or hitting a shoulder rumble strip. If you exhibit any of the warning signs, get off the road. Get out of the cab, move around, and get the blood circulating again. If you are too tired to continue to drive safely, find a safe, well-lit area to park and rest. This could prevent an accident and save a life. Caffeine, energy pills, loud radios, opening the windows, and other tricks to stay awake do not work. Driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol is not permitted and could be a major factor in an accident involving a rollover. You must inform your supervisor if you are using prescription medications that might impair your ability to drive safely. Even over-the-counter drugs may impair driving ability. Read and follow all precautions when using any medication. Finally, the driver's physical condition may contribute to the problem. High blood pressure may result in headaches, fatigue, dizziness, or blurred vision. Diabetes may result in blurred vision and lethargy. Some drivers may have diminished vision at night. Suffering from a cold or the flu may cause a lack of attention needed for safe driving practices. Driving can be hard work. An out-of-shape driver may lack the physical stamina needed to meet the physical and mental demands for this type of equipment. Even though you aren't able to change the design of your truck or the roads you travel, you are responsible for your own actions. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of some of the factors that lead to rollover accidents and are better prepared as you head out to the farm, the mill, or the plant. Driving is serious business. People, equipment, product, and time are at risk. There's a long list of costs associated with rollover accidents. injury or death of the driver, possible bodily injury or death to third parties, damage to the property of others, lawsuits and litigation from injured parties, physical damage to your truck and trailer, loss of live birds, eggs, feed, or other cargo, schedule interruptions to the processing plant, environmental damage, fines and penalties, regulatory reporting requirements, site cleanup time and expense, insurance claim time and expense, higher fleet and workers' compensation insurance premiums, unwanted media exposure, damage to the company image within the community. Rollover accidents are frequent and severe in the poultry and egg industry. Vehicle design and performance, road design and conditions, and driver factors can all influence a rollover accident, but prevention begins with you. Remember, maintain appropriate speed for the weather, road conditions, and your load. Understand the vehicle's center of gravity and physical characteristics. Be aware of the radius of curves and the slope of roadways. Properly secure the load. Conduct a thorough pre-trip inspection. Avoid driver overconfidence in your ability to control top-heavy loads. Ensure that you and fellow drivers are well-trained, well-rested, and alert. You have an important role in reducing the risks to yourself, to your company, and to the public. The bottom line is simple. Rollover crashes are preventable. Rollover crashes are unacceptable.
The U.S. Poultry and Egg Association sponsors the annual International Poultry Expo. It is the world's largest display of technology, equipment, supplies, and services used in the production and processing of poultry and eggs. Funds earned are distributed back into the industry in the form of research grants, educational programs, communications, and technical assistance. These proceeds enable U.S. Poultry and the Poultry and Egg Institute to continue producing training programs like this that will benefit the industry. Join us this January in Atlanta.